Nova says, why are you reporting? I'm not reporting any. There is a lot of fan fiction for people like Nova and others. They think I'm like way more sinister and like here's the problem. They think I'm like them and they cannot get out of their own head and their own reality and their own internet streaming world they've created for 5 minutes. They think they're like, are you doing the shit that we do? No, I'm not. I'm not doing this. Remember, they went on like a 5 or 6 day search, like, what happened with his charity stuff? And then they all had to admit, oh, I guess he just did charity stuff. Guys. One day, like, you guys always come to it a lot later than I do, but someday you're going to realize you've wasted your time. Another win for the toe. Nova says, so when I said you didn't report Nick to the cops, I must have been lying then also. No. I didn't. I never did. I was called in as a suspect. That's my favorite. People are like, you fucking snitched. And like, nope. Wasn't really a choice on old Aaron's part. What a year. What a year.
They already kind of knew what they knew. The question was, was he going to lie about his involvement?
I love that where they're like, it's this intricate conspiracy. It's like, no, people kept showing up in public, up with another couple. It
wasn't that subtle.
The writing was on the wall, boys and girls. You know who's not subtle? Cokeheads. People who are
here, and it lets you keep your subtlety, which is normally about here, and it lets you take it up to here, which is way more subtle.
Oh boy! Last week we got the golf. We got the date and the venue booked for the golf tournament. Now before we start promoting and doing everything else. Got to break down the prizes and the logistics, and I got to do all that. Then we'll be ready to start.
Balls on this guy.
Yeah, to start selling the whole thing to you guys. It's going to be July 25th. The anniversary show is going to be July 26th. I've got some guests already booked for that. By the way, 26th, we're going to do the comedy show first.
Yeah.
People can buy their tickets.
I still haven't heard back from Adrian, by the way.
Okay. People are going to buy their tickets, and then the VIPs are going to claim their tickets, and then we're going to do that at like 1:30. And then
That's actually going to be weird, but good.
Yeah, and then the cornhole tournament's going to be at 3. And that way also, the only thing you need to pay to be in is the comedy show portion.
Right. We get that out of the way, and then everyone just hangs.
And then everybody can come out and party. We don't, nobody has to be kicked out or anything like that or like left outside. It should come on in, go outside, have a great party, have a lot of fun. And then we'll be partying from basically 3 o'clock till, and also it prevents, it prevents N-word chants, which is something, last year you guys really peaked in your degeneracy. It was the most degenerate party we've ever had last year. Once it got to that level, I was like, okay, changes perhaps need to be made. So studio remodel, that's going on Thursday. Either the whole legal shit wraps up or we get the terms of the wrap up and then they have to confirm it. I don't know. It's, I don't know. It could be done in one day. I did get the word last week that it's, everything's done. We have a few, finer points. I do have kind of a decision to make because the situation is thus that I'm in a position to really push for some things. And I kind of have to decide how far I want to push it, how far you want to pursue the upper hand and how much you just want to be done, how much you want it to really just be over with. And I think what I'm going to do on that one, Johnny, and this is a smart thing that I advise everyone to do,
leave it in the hands of the lawyer.
Leave it in the hands of my attorney, who's done an incredible job and really done some incredible work. Really incredible work. I mean, I can't recommend him enough. He's really kicked ass on this whole deal. And so, yeah, that's just the finer points being handled this week, and very excited for that to be done. Then I got a bunch of meetings. Kloppo says, people will never, ever believe you, Aaron, that you were offered the radio afternoon drive time in 2023 and never mention it until now when you can't keep anything to yourself. This thing I did want, though, and I've been very good at keeping it to myself because it's kind of like the legal stuff. I really want a certain outcome, so I don't want to run my stupid mouth. And by the way, Kloppo, let's just be honest. When you say people will never, ever believe you, it's people who hate anything good that happens to me ever. Like, those people are never going to believe anything good. And they're just, I like that because then it just kind of exposes them further. Like, Carl being like, we're going to find out he didn't do charity. And then you have to watch them go, oh, shit, he did charity. Like, it's
he
just,
did charity, goddamn
we
it.
don't have to go back at them. You know what it is, Johnny?
What is it?
They're constantly doing cell
phones?
Constantly. And
They're making cell phones.
It's amazing. It's the easiest win. Like, it's the radio battles, we had to have ratings and we had to go back and forth. These wins, it's easy because these retards and these knuckleheads just do it for you.
Right. You don't have to do anything.
You don't have to do a goddamn thing. We're going to play Russell Brand's. He addressed it this weekend.
Oh, that always helps.
Yeah, to which his lawyer said, oh, great move.
No. Just go online and talk about it. It's never worked bad for anyone. In fact, that's what lawyers do. Go online and watch what lawyers do when they're accused of stuff. They just talk about it.
You know, it's interesting because my stuff is more than likely coming to an end this week, or at least, you know, we're going to make the agreement on the end of this whole thing. And I really haven't. It's frustrated a lot of people. I really haven't talked about it very much. And there's a reason for that. If you're patient and you don't talk about it, things go your way. You know, the whole thing just kind of, and it's like, I understand Russell Brand because like it goes a long time and nothing happens. You're like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden you get an email or a phone call and they're like, great job, man. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. And you're like, glad I shut my mouth, which is what I'm going to do right now. Red Fox Mad with $4.99 says, whatever you do, never take money out of your retirement account to buy a vehicle. It will take you forever to make your retirement account whole again. I didn't do that. April did. April took part of her 401k from her last job that she cashed out and put a down payment on a truck. I personally, you know, I wanted her to have her truck. I was the one making the payments, so.
Yeah, it seemed like such a horrible idea from her end.
Right. Well, thank you guys.
Okay, wait, hold on. I don't mean to be a dick, but now I'm just curious, and I got to know. So between her down payment and the payments you made, who paid more?
Well, that's very easy to figure out.
Up until the splitting of your time.
So 2021.
Responsibilities returned her.
2021, she bought it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I stopped making her payments. It was after I filed for divorce, probably June of last year. June of 24.
So just under a year ago.
So let's say 3 years. That's 36 times the payment was this. Oh, I paid quite a bit more. Almost twice. I paid almost twice as much.
Yeah, that chick, what would she do? Yeah, she really f***ed herself over. Well, up until a point. Yeah, no.
Look, it's not. I don't like it when it turns into a bash April fest. I mean, look, at the time.
I'm
no,
saying
not
she
you.
did a smart thing.
Yeah. No, at the time we very much loved each other and had a great relationship and we were fantastic. I mean, really until all the
it snowed in Minnesota.
Until all the debauchery, things were going pretty aces. But what do you do? That goddamn Alyssa Clips or someone, I say goddamn with all due respect. I love Alyssa Clips. She's great. I think she posted a clip of Vito. But Vito was talking about, so Dick Masterson got married, and Vito was talking about the reception, and he was talking about people hanging out. He goes, yeah, Johnny, I want you to tell me who you think this might have been. Vito was telling this story, and they were laughing about the person. He goes, yeah, one guy got really hammered and wouldn't stop talking about how he had his kids taken away from him for a while, and he was ignoring all the social cues to change the subject. And he was so hammered, he wouldn't stop talking about how he got his kids taken away. Like, imagine going to a wedding and you start talking about that shit. Like, learn social, like, consciousness about when you're supposed to talk about shit and when you're not supposed to talk about shit. Hey, I know it's
not like you're not supposed to talk about shit like that in a public space like a wedding unless someone directly asks the question. And even then, you'd be like, how about we do this later?